Alright, quick update on the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. So, we are now coming in at 10 on extreme fear. This updated 2 hours ago when the price was 31,500 and the fear level has not changed since we were at basically 30,000 13 hours ago. The day before that we were in extreme fear coming in at 11, and you know, it's just getting more and more fearful. It's getting bloodier and bloodier every single day. Now, there's a few things I want to talk about in this video. First of all, I want to talk about the most recent bear market bottoms that we've had, or at least the most recent mass capitulation bottoms that we've had in the past 4 years for Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. So for this, I'm going to be using the Look into Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index chart. Let's jump right into this. So, like we said, we're currently sitting at 10 right now in extreme fear. When we had the Bitcoin capitulation coming in 2018, when we dropped all the way down to $3,300, we came in all the way down at 10 on the score. If I can line up here, there we go. You can see the score was coming in at 10 as we bottom. Let's go over to the next bottom. This was in March of 2020, and I'm sure you all know exactly what happened in this date. This was the fear, uncertainty, and doubt coming into the pandemic. Where did we bottom? We bottomed at 9 on the Fear and Greed Index. You can see this historically. I mean, if you just look at this color-coded chart, where are we where we enter these huge dark red capitulation phases? We're literally always at the bottom. So does this mean that Bitcoin can't go lower, or that Bitcoin can't chop to the side for the next year? It doesn't mean that whatsoever. However, looking at the data objectively, historically, we always bottom, at least from the data that we've got in the past 4 years, we always bottom at these mass capitulation events. So, in my opinion, if your trading strategy involves buying the dip or buying the dip into extreme fear, then it's being handed to you right now on a silver platter. Like myself, I have a few ways of DCAing, and I'm going to make a couple of videos at some point talking about my DCA strategies, because they're not as simple as just DCAing into extreme fear. I DCA logarithmic growth curves, I DCA the Fibonacci's within growth curves, and I also DCA when I see bottoming structures based on technical analysis, and I DCA into extreme fear in the market. So this DCAing into extreme fear is simply maybe one way out of 4 ways that I have of DCAing the bottom. If you're like me and you buy into extreme fear and you buy into these mass capitulation events where everyone and their nan is getting shaken out because of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and most importantly the red volume coming in, then if you do DCA those type of events, like I said, it's being handed to you on a silver platter right now. We're sitting at 10 in extreme fear. The Fear and Greed Index is at levels which historically always correlates to a massive bottom. That is really all I wanted to talk about. You can actually see this wasn't like a huge mass capitulation type event when we did break down most recently from this top that we had at 63,000 before having the all-time high at 69,000, but the bottom here was 19, and I do feel like this capitulation is very different to the bear market capitulation we had down here, the somewhat bear market pandemic capitulation we had here. I feel like this pandemic capitulation down to 9 is almost exactly what we're seeing now when we're coming down to 10 on the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. So that's all I've got for you. I've been saying in the past couple of videos, I am smashing that buy button. I am DCAing Bitcoin at these lower levels. I think now is the best time to buy, when everyone's scared and when the Fear and Greed Index is tipping down to these lower levels. Does that mean that Bitcoin can't quickly capitulate down to 29,000 before having a mass reversal? That is not what I'm talking about at all. Bitcoin can still capitulate a tiny bit lower, in my opinion, but like I said, if your strategy involves buying the dip, it is here right now on a silver platter. All I've got for you today, just wanted to give a quick update for the Fear and Greed Index. Hope you found some value in the video today. As always, cowboy out. Peace.